What is up, guys? So I am back with another one-part video. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. But this is how to do hair. So we're gonna just jump right into it. So I'm gonna show you how I take this hair from the way it is right now, which is completely blank, um, to actually going, and making it look more detailed and stuff. So let's jump right into it right now. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Like always, too, you guys are more than welcome to subscribe, give the video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to comment down below. Let me know if the videos are helping you. Also, too, this drawing is available on my website. If you guys want to purchase it, you can go over to artfaceshop.com and you can actually buy this drawing. So, help support the channel. And with that being said, yeah, let's just go right into it. So this is actually a very easy way to do this. So we're gonna come over to let's see, let's grab so we're gonna use the dry brush. Now the dry brush is pretty cool just because of the texture that it creates. It kind of does a lot of the work for you by kind of creating the hair. So I'm kind of getting a little bit of a darker color, but like not quite black, but just it's almost like a really deep uh, burgundy that we've got going on right here. So I'm going to adjust the size with the brush just a little bit, and this is really dark, so we might uh, need to brighten it up just a little bit. There we go. There we go. Maybe make this a little bit smaller so the brush strokes show up a little bit more. So we're just going to start going over the hair just like such. I'll move in a little bit closer so you can see a little bit better. Maybe we'll brighten up just a little bit more. And practically, this is just kind of creating the undertone for the hair, the individual hairlines and stuff that are all going to be there. So you just kind of want to just go over, make some little brushes very lightly. And also, too, please make sure you're doing this on a separate layer. So if you notice, like more towards the right of her hair, I didn't make them like the brush strokes as heavy, and that's because her head is kind of turned away from the light. So we put a few over there, but not as much as we have on the left side, because we want the left side to be more heavier with our brush strokes. So now we can drop the opacity on that just ever so slightly. And then we're going to create a new layer. Now from there, we're going to select black, and then we're going to mess around with a few brushes. Let's see. So this is actually a pretty good brush. Um, so what I'm going to do now is this is kind of going to be like the areas that are very loose, um, of like around the outer parts of her hair. So you want a little bit of like inconsistency in the brush strokes to show up there because you want it to look like the edges of the hair are just kind of like a little bit more rough. Because if you notice right now, everything's like super smooth, going all the way around like her head, which makes it look very cut out and looks pretty fake. So we want to change that. So we're gonna make the brush stroke a little bit smaller, and then so you see how we're adding some layering to the edges of her hair, which uh, makes it look more bobby. It's got more of a bob to it. So now we've merged those two layers together, and now we can make a another layer. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to get the marker or the ink. And then we're going to adjust the size of this. Now here's where the magic really starts, because this is technically highlights that we're going to put. So um, actually, probably want to make that a little bit smaller. Strokes were a little too big. So we're just going to kind of go across like this. You don't have to use the same brushes that I do. Like you can do this same method, but you can try different brushes and you'll probably still get close to the same results. But just depends on the style of hair that you're making. But practically what we're doing right now is when we're making it so it looks like the hair has a little bit of a shine to it. So almost like her hair looks a little bit like it has some oil in it, so it's not like dry or anything. So we're just making these little strokes. Mind you, we're not putting quite as many that are on the right side of her hair. Um, well, our right, her left, but we're doing most of these strokes on the left side. So we're just gonna just kind of continue. We're gonna drop the opacity down on that a little bit. Now see how that's kind of starting to shape up a little bit more? It's making it look a little bit more believable that it's like it's her hair. It's adding some volume. So we just merge that together. We'll create a new layer. And then we're going to do smaller strokes over kind of some of the big ones that we've done already. We'll drop the opacity on that. You see, when it comes to digital artwork, so much stuff is just layering. Layer, 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 layers. So we're going to do the same thing here again, too. Just like so. And then we can lower the opacity on that as well. Merge that together. And then here, we're actually going to start adding a few loose strands, just a very few. So we'll drop the opacity on that. We'll make a new layer. And now what we're going to do is we do the same thing, loose strands, but we're going to actually do it with black. Now this is where you just be very lightly with your hand as you're going. But on the outer parts of her hair, you want to start to draw like individual little strands of hair, because you want it to look at, like if you were to actually look at, someone's hair or your own hair, there's little loose strands that are just kind of popping out everywhere. And so if we mimic that, it's going to definitely help the rest of the work that we just did. It's going to make it all kind of blend together. And also too, if you think about it, this particular drawing, like there's a lot going on. So she's about to enter like uh, uh a portal, wormhole, or black hole or something. And so you wouldn't want her hair to look exactly like perfect, right? So it wouldn't all just be like laying down. Now she has a shortcut hair, so the hair is a little more compact and a little more pressed tight together, at least the way I'm envisioning her hairstyle. Um, but still, you want some loose strands to just kind of look like, oh, like her hair is being blown in all this chaos and wind that's happening around her. So make some loose strands on the side. You can make some of them thicker. You can make some of them really thin. So yeah, so we're just gonna add some. So you can see, like I added this kind of loose one here, and just this little bit. Now, mind you, I mean, this hasn't been like a crazy amount of work that we're doing, but yet these little things are so impactful on how much it affects the rest of the drawing, you know? Let's see if we can do that a little bit better. There we go. So see, even like little parts over her forehead, over her eyebrow, little stuff like this, little strands of hair. So I mean, this for me when I'm drawing hair, this is the fun part. This is always the fun part because it's like it's only a few steps to get it to look like this. Um, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So we got some more. That one's a little thick at the top. Okay, so we can merge all that together. See, look at the difference. Look at that. Looks way better, doesn't it? Okay, so let's make a new layer. And we're going to continue just adding a few more little strands at the top. And I mean, you can do this same method for, not just like, you know, this type of hair, but you can also do it for, like beard hair or whatever, if you're doing like a dog or a cat or something like that. It's kind of the same method. Of course, though, you kind of want to pay attention to where your light source is too. So, like here, I'm adding a little bit more shine in certain parts of her hair, and the shine really just kind of helps the hair not look so flat. So you want to make sure you have a good balance of that. And depending too on the light, so if you had like a really harsh red light, you wouldn't want to make these necessarily white. I mean, you could use white, but you would mostly want to use like a really like strong red, and then eventually lighten that up to like to white. So you almost want to like kind of make it like a gradient or so. Maybe I'll do another video on uh, hair in different lighting or something. But yeah. And so here on her eyebrows, we're doing a little bit of highlights too, because this is actually going to make the eyebrows, they're going to look a little bit like they're a little more full and not so flat. Because right now they're just, it's very, very dark, which is okay. I mean, you could get away with it, but if you can add a little bit of volume to it, it doesn't hurt. So just a tad bit. And all this is, we're adding this on the hair layer. So, which is technically the effect layer for the hair. I guess we could call it that. So again, you're going to see me add some little loose strands of hair. The loose strands of hair, those things really, really sell. They sell the look and the feel of the hair. I mean, we've come so far, and we're almost done. By the way, if anyone's curious, the tattoo on her back, it actually says Rose. Um, so yeah, I wrote out the words Rose and then I put an effect on it, which turned it into this really crazy pattern. So that's what it says on her back. It's that'd be a cool thing to add to her character. Add a little bit more. Also too, this is the second drawing of me drawing this character. This is one of my favorite characters that I've created. Um, but the first drawing I did of her, it's actually on my website. It's called A Darker Hero, and she's got like a huge monster in the back with her. Uh, yeah, it's pretty cool having a it's like a two part picture. I'll add a little bit more hair right here over her ear. I have quite a bit of plans to do with this character. This won't be the last time you guys see her because she's gonna show up in some other stuff eventually. But yeah, so see how I'm just doing these little loose parts of the hair. Look at that. That's a massive difference. And it's very simple. It's a very simple little trick. It's not something like super intense. So that's practically the end of this tutorial. So I hope this was helpful. You guys practice this. Try it multiple times. Try it with different creatures or whatever you want to do. But yeah, so thank you for joining me on this video. And if you guys enjoyed it, like I always say, please give a big thumbs up. Don't forget to like the video. Well, yeah, the same thing as a thumbs up. But yeah, so also too, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment too. I really, really, really enjoy reading your guys' comments on how you guys are, um, receiving the content if it's helping you. And then also too, if you guys would like to see more content like this, it definitely does help if you go over and buy some of my artwork from the artfaceshop.com. And the link for that is in the description of this video. And yeah, it's gonna just help me be able to keep making more and more of this type of tutorial content. So anyways, regardless whether you do or you don't, content's always going to be free here on my channel. But I do appreciate for those of you that actually do go out and buy some drawings. So the link for this drawing is in the description. So you click the link, it will take you directly to this drawing if you want to purchase this one. And you can print it out and hang it up on your wall and all that good stuff. So I will see you guys in the next video series. And yeah, can't wait to draw with you guys more. Take it easy. Bye.